Today we had a big update. So we got, a lot of tools that are easier to craft now. So all your pickaxes. So cobalt pickaxes, 256 now. Gold pickaxe is 256 instead of the 512. Iron pickaxe, only 128. So swords are also much easier. So like copper sword, not too bad. Gold sword, not as bad as it used to be. It's only 320 gold now, and I think it used to be like 512 gold. So things should be a little bit easier for you. We also made it so you don't have to like craft stuff in your tasks that you already crafted. So like if you already have a cobalt axe, for example, or pickaxe, then you don't have to do it again. In my case, I don't have one of those, so I kind of have to do a cobalt pickaxe, but you can kind of skip it. So if I want to be able to, do a pickaxe, like a cobalt pickaxe right now, I would obviously need some more mahogany wood. I could do that. So I can just skip that entire task. So it's much, much easier for you. But today what we're going to talk about is the big update, which is the scythes. Yep, scythes are added to the game. We have two different scythes that are now in, and the reason why this is so big is scythes will help you farm. Now, I know a lot of mobile players are struggling. They're staying DB, and it's like really, really hard for us to place crops and harvest crops while on mobile. And I hear you. We're definitely going to fix that. We are looking into that this week. This update was all about getting these scythes out and getting our first update out because we wanted to get a lot of furniture in, things that we were pending, and we got a lot of fixes in. We wanted to get a lot of balance in. You can look at the full change list on our Discord at discord.gg/highrealms. In fact, I'll just show you real quick. So you can see we got new farming tool. We got new badges. There's a couple new badges. They're secrets. So you can get a free sky. You can also get a new portal. I'll show you those real quick. So our new portal is pretty much a frameless portal here. So you can pretty much set it up the way you want it. We also have a new sky here called Above Clouds, and this is what it looks like. Gives you definitely a sense of depth here. Like you definitely feel like you're above the clouds, which is really cool. We also have new items that drop from the iron and gold blocks. They are fragments. They're mystic fragments, and pretty much you use these to craft your scythes. In order to be able to get them, you need to farm iron ore. We're going to get into that in a little bit. We also have a workbench that it's just it's something for you to be able to craft from. So a lot of people were wanting this. They wanted both the global crafting, but they also wanted the option to use a workbench. We had tons of new furniture. I'm not going to go into all of those, but there's so much furniture. So if you wanted to be able to decorate the inside of your houses and stuff, you could do that finally. We have a new mastery UI, much easier way to navigate than before. It used to be way harder to be able to see what you're getting and all that. But if you want to see like, okay, under combat, how am I doing on Grimthorn? You can see what you're doing on Grimthorn, Flamelets, all of them. So you can see what you're like missing and what you're close to getting. It's also much easier to see them too. It's way bigger thumbnails. We made it so pickaxes do increased damage to grass as well as a ton of other blocks. So like glass, carpet, all that. We added private servers. We made it so that the Farlight Crystal and the gel cell is easier to get. We made farming XP improved. So now it's much easier for you to be able to level those up. It used to be a nightmare, especially if you're working on mushrooms or watermelon. We have all new chest models, new balance to the tools. Gizmos and rattles do a little bit less damage. Ultimately, just a big improvement. So let's talk about the scythes. So the scythes are pretty awesome. You have to get mystic fragments from iron, and you can also get them from the underlings, like if iron underlings. So they do have a chance to drop in there too. Some people have tons of them already. So it's not that bad if you've already been working on your underlings. If you don't have underlings for iron or gold, then it might take you a little longer. Now, obviously it's pretty easy for PC players to plant, seeds. Like literally I'm just spamming these all over the place. Really easy for us to plant. But when you're trying to harvest, obviously you got to do one at a time. And typically speaking, you're either using a pickaxe or some kind of tool like a sword to break your crops, right? So let's go over here. I'll show you. So pretty much you gotta click each of these and you can only break one at a time. So pretty much whatever you're highlighting, but you can only do one crop at a time. It takes a long time. If you want to be able to speed that up, you got to use the scythes. And in order to be able to do that, you do need these fragments. So I've got two fragments here. You've got the mystic iron fragment. You also have the mystic gold fragment. This one's going to make it so you can craft the scythe, the gold scythe. This one will make it so you can craft the iron scythe. Now, if you can't craft them, it's because you don't have high enough level of farming. The first scythe unlocks at level 10. So it's pretty quick for you to get level 10 on farming. You also have the gold one that unlocks at level 20. So I'm going to go ahead and craft each of these. So we're going to craft the gold one, and then we're going to make one of the irons. So as you saw before, if we're using a sword, it takes a while. So let me just show you like one strip here, how long it takes. So it's a bit of work, and that's just one strip. Now, if I take the iron scythe here, it's pretty much going to do a square around me. So you can see I can do 3 lanes very, very quickly. It's OP, dude. It's OP. Now, take it a step further, right? We're going to do gold scythe. Now, gold scythe's going to do pretty much 5 across. like that. It's pretty much going to go across. You see how fast that we can clear the field so fast. So your farming capability just got leveled up. Cleared it. Of course, you know, you're going to get your seeds back. You're going to get your usual stuff. But of course, you're not going to be able to replant. We are talking about potentially making a seeder, or we'll call it something else. But basically like the ability to spread across seeds very quickly in a similar fashion. So it'd be a similar tool. It's easier said than done because, you know, obviously we have a lot of different seeds and such. So that's on us. That's not on you to figure out. Now, I mean, I would have to go and do something like this again, obviously, to plant all my seeds. Mobile is much harder. I totally understand. So mobile players, don't worry. We're thinking about you. Top priority now. Yeah, this is a huge improvement. Odds wise, I'm not going to tell you the exact odds of these fragments for you to be able to get them, but I will tell you, I've heard all the way up to like 600 iron being, you know, mined to get one, and as little as 60 iron being, you know, mined. That's total iron. That's not number of iron blocks broken. So I would say about like 30 blocks, ore blocks, versus like maybe up to 300 ore blocks. So the range is pretty, you know, crazy. Good chance you're going to get a lot of them. They're also pretty valuable. So, you know, if you're going to sell them, let me show you what they're worth. So coming out here, if you're going to sell these, I'll just go up to get in here. The iron fragments worth 950 each. So if you have like 50 of those, that, you know, from your underlings, you're going to be rich. Plus these, the gold ones are 4,500 each. So you can kind of, you know, get an idea of how valuable these items are. We might nerf that price eventually. So the cool thing though, if you're running into lag, or maybe you're trying to get mobs that are kind of too hard to get because everyone's taking them, or that's too hard to get because everyone's taking it, you can go through the portal here. As long as you're on a VIP server, which are free, the private servers are free. Then you can go over here to the forest. You can get free Grim Thorns, dude. Also, what's nice, I mean, this is kind of cheese, all right? This is kind of cheese, but it is kind of nice because when you first enter the mines, if you're the first person to enter the mines or even the forest, it takes a little while for mobs to start up and spawn in. So, little bit of a tip for you, especially if you're used to laggy mines. Oh my gosh, this is so nice because there's no lag. But see, no gizmos. Takes a while for them to spawn in. We might have to speed this up a little bit, but dude, you can come over here, get to your spots without aggroing anyone, and then you just hang out. Get that gold before they spawn in. And they'll start spawning in like any second now. Yeah, they're starting to spawn in. But yeah, way better performance here. So if you've been experiencing a lot of lag, maybe you just want to be able to get an area that's dedicated so you're not having to like share. Especially if you're AFK farming and such in the game, in the mines or forest or wherever you're going to be AFK farming. Or you just want to like not have to be bothered by other people, you know. Definitely do the private server thing. It's nice. Now, I haven't tested personally. I haven't tested to see if your friends can join your, you know, private servers. I think they can, but you know, again, I usually go solo on private servers, so don't really know. Let me know in the comments below if you're able to get it to work. If not, then it might just require a little bit of code changes for us to allow that. But yeah, beyond that, I am working on a new video. Now that we got the Scythes, we're gonna be able to do some really cool stuff for auto farming. Also, I'll be gifting 3 people in the comments below one of these. So put your username in the comments below. Also, make sure you tell me which one you would want. So Storm, Crimson, Pink, or Ancient. And once I choose the winners, I will list them in the comments below as well. So good luck to all of you.